Hey, how's it going, everybody? Charlie Wilson here, aka Sinister Charlie. Welcome back. Hello. We've got some anime stuff to watch. We're a weeby nation here. That's what we like to do. Um, yeah, and this is called "The Joke That Killed an Anime" by Lowart. I'm gonna subscribe and I'm gonna like it because that's the kind of person I am. But I saw a different reaction channel. Actually, I saw this in their thumbnail, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll do that too." I think it was like GOT something or other guy. He's pretty cool. He's all right. I think he's all right. But yeah, I don't know what the anime this is. Looks a bit older. School girl, high school, something or other. Skibble magic. I don't know.
Connect.
Let's
It's
go.
a Japanese light novel
Oh,
series
what the hell? I can't hear anything. What
written
is
by
going on?
Anda.
No, I still can't. Oh boy, oh boy. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing for me and for everybody involved.
Sananatsu.
There we go. Sorry about that. I'm an idiot. Let's start over.
Kokoro Connect is a Japanese light novel series
I'm an
written by Anda Sananatsu. And in 2012, it received an anime adaptation. This anime was generally well received by critics and fans, and fairly popular too. That being the case, how many copies of its Blu-ray do you think it would have sold? Now, keep in mind that many anime aren't exactly known for selling tons of Blu-rays. Instead, the typical tactic seems to be that you make these things very expensive and cast a smaller net. Even so, given that this was one of the more popular anime series in 2012, I would expect it to safely crack.
Yeah, in 2012, I don't know what else came out in 2012. I'm not.
10,000 sales for the year.
That seemed like more of a moe style. Yeah, like it was a more moe generation back then.
Just based off my gut, I feel like that's a safe bet. But it didn't. No, not even close. It only sold 2,140 copies. That's it. Of course, sales like that don't bode well for a sequel, and sure enough, it never received a proper one. Because of that, Kokoro Connect was doomed to be an incomplete adaptation, just like so many anime that people enjoy. But why? Was there something wrong with it that made it only sell this many copies? I mean, from the series' reception, that doesn't seem to be a major factor. In fact, a lot of people really like it and would have loved to see more. So, what happened?
What happened?
Well, a joke happened.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe joke isn't quite the right word.
Oh no. Oh my, the incident. Anytime anything begins with the incident, it's probably going to be pretty bad.
Mitsuhiro Ichiki is the main character in this story.
Okay.
See, he's a voice actor who, back before 2012, had managed to voice in a number of anime, mostly as supporting characters. So when he received an audition for an anime original character in Kokoro Connect, I'm sure he was excited to attend. He went there, performed, and then he waited.
Like as the Undertaker in the background. That's pretty cool.
Eventually, a promotional event for the anime was held, and Ichiki was invited. This event, which would not only contain in-person attendees, but was streamed to one of Japan's largest video sites, no doubt represented a big moment in Ichiki's career. After all, though he hadn't yet heard back about the audition, how could this be anything other than good news? In fact, all signs pointed to his anime original character being announced here, along with him acting that character. Really, that's the only thing that would make sense. Except that the anime's producer, Takahiro Yamanaka, had a different plan. Because this character Ichiki had auditioned for, they didn't exist. They had never existed. So as Ichiki walked out on stage, a video began to play. An embarrassing video from his audition, which hadn't even been an audition. No, the other actors were certainly actors, but they weren't looking for this part. They were specifically there to fool Ichiki, to make him believe that this was real. And as the audition went on, they asked him to say his lines in purposely silly ways, yell loudly, that sort of thing. And Ichiki had to hear this play out in front of the crowd. The fact that he wouldn't be voice acting in the anime was revealed right then and there.
What the fuck?
It was even worse than that.
What the?
Because this was all.
Talk about like the most embarrassing thing that could possibly happen to a human being. Who the hell? These people are pretty sick, dude. That's fucked up. Why?
Fake. He had never been considered for the part at all.
Why?
He had been the butt of a bad joke, but again, I think joke might be the wrong word here. From here, Ichiki was offered a different role, that of the anime's public relations head, who would help drum up excitement for the anime's release. So not only had these people purposefully embarrassed him, not only had they made a mockery of his passion and voice acting work, they now wanted him to promote the series. However, this wasn't even a normal type of promotion. No, Ichiki had specific
I'm not sure how it works in Japan, but I'm pretty sure in America you would get sued so hard. I'm not sure if public embarrassment is protected under the Japanese constitution. I'm sure it is. I've seen Japanese game shows, so it would make sense, I guess.
missions assigned to him, such as reaching a certain amount of followers on the official Twitter account. If he failed, well, then he would face a punishment game of sorts, like being electrocuted on video.
What?
Yet Ichiki accepted
What
this
is
job.
this?
Why? It's honestly hard for me to imagine why. Maybe he was worried that he would come out of this looking worse if he didn't. Maybe he
What the
thought that this
fuck?
job would still be a good opportunity for his career.
Why?
Regardless, things got worse from here. Some other people involved in the anime's creation were found to have been mocking Ichiki and his dream of being a voice actor. Eventually, fans caught wind of this and they were not happy.
I
Many
bet.
Japanese ones vowed to outright boycott the anime. And based on these sales, it seems like they
There you
did.
go.
This joke had come to fruition, and it had killed the anime.
That's messed up.
This
Feel
story,
bad for
though
that guy.
not exactly widely well known, is definitely discussed among anime fans online to some degree. And what I outlined above has been taken as the true version of events. Each time, though, the primary source listed for this is a Pastebin article from 2012, which contains translations for certain interviews and discussions. Here, another popular voice actor from the show was found to say that he didn't think seeing the moment a person crumbles would be so beautiful. It's also stated that
Whoa.
Ichiki told the story to another voice actor, Tomokazu Sugita, who said that, if it were me, I would remember the face of everyone there forever. However, there's an issue with this story of
Jesus.
bullying. And that's what Ichiki himself has to say on the matter in his own blog post. Here, Ichiki writes that while he can understand people interpreting this negatively, he doesn't see this as a case of bullying. In fact, he writes that he's saddened whenever he sees someone say that they feel sorry for him or that they can't forgive the perpetrators.
I think this guy might have like some kind of personality disorder, because that's definitely bullying. You can't even call that hazing. You know, that's it's like a professional environment. Like, I don't know.
If anything,
So
this
weird.
disdain for those he's working with seems to be the main thing causing him pain. As he says, I don't think anyone who writes articles on the internet for fun would ever understand. He even goes so far as to specifically state that he's now experienced the horror of the internet firsthand.
Oh, yeah?
At the end,
First
he
time, huh?
promises that he didn't write this article under pressure, though he knows some will believe that regardless, but he still wants to keep telling the truth. Well, okay then, so Ichiki doesn't see himself as the victim here. That's good. But the way I, and I'm sure many of you, react to this blog post will reveal just how moronic this publicity stunt really is.
So
Because
weird.
now, how the heck am I supposed to know what's true? After all, as much as I want to believe these words regarding the situation, he now has a job to protect, along with his future prospects of employment in this industry. It's simply impossible to know the truth here. Beyond that, it's similarly impossible to not look at what happened to him and find it upsetting. Even if he did take it well, it's such a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, and kudos to him. He did take that very well. I'd have beat somebody up. Somebody's getting punched, sir.
That's not a good practical joke. It's just mean.
It's very
Still,
mean.
more than that, his words about the horror of the internet ring true. Years later, this incident still follows those involved, and details have become super hard to verify. For instance, voice actor Takahiro Mizushima states that the outrage, in part, stemmed from an upload of the incident in a form different from the original intention. What does this mean exactly? No idea. I don't know which video was
I don't
uploaded.
either.
I can't even watch the original live stream anymore. It's gone. Meanwhile, that Pastebin article, as helpful as it is, doesn't provide sources for most of its information. As far as I'm concerned, this event has taken on a life of its own, with correct information and misinformation mixed together until it's impossible to tell one from the other. I mean, the TV tropes page for Ichiki even states that he missed a chance to compete in a major esports event because he instead went to audition for this fake role in Kokoro Connect. Is there any proof given for this statement? No, it's just there, whether it's true or not. Plus, the reaction to this type of thing, it has real-world repercussions. Like another voice actress was harassed for no other reason than an unproven connection to producer Yamanaka. Obviously,
Okay.
none of this is to say that the original
Oh,
incident,
man.
the original
You remember Anime News, or is that still Anime News Network still running? I'm thinking of the Anime Channel. Sorry, but remember the Anime Channel? That was pretty cool.
live stream and public humiliation is
Uh-oh.
fake.
Jesus.
But the
Sorry.
specifics of it, many of those have been lost to time. Meanwhile, the popular claim that this incident is to blame for the show's lack of a second season, it might be true, but I'm not quite so sure, considering that 3 series that are now more popular than it had similarly low sales. And as far as I know, they didn't
Yeah.
have some
Another's like supposed to be really good. I've never seen it, but yeah. The other ones I don't know.
controversy surrounding them. I mean, I have no doubt that this incident didn't help, but again, I can't help but feel that this is a moment where it's near impossible to tell what really happened, and there are a lot of assumptions going on. One thing I do know is that in the Kokoro Connect OVAs, each key did voice a minor character, and he has moved past this incident.
Yeah.
That being the case, there are really only 2 main takeaways I can get from this story. Public pranks like this are absolutely moronic, especially when they're part of a company's PR campaign. Just an absolutely brain-dead decision there that put everyone, including Ishiki, at an increased risk of future harassment and in an unnecessarily difficult position. Second, don't necessarily take this internet stuff at face value. After all, when I read the story for the first time,
You hear that? I'm looking at you. All right.
I was ready to make this video and come out swinging about how disgusting this behavior is and all that, but upon digging just a little more, it became clear that, in its own way, that would only be contributing to the thing Ishiki says caused him the most issues. The horror of the internet. The way people treat these problems, like they have all the info at their disposal, even though they haven't talked to any of these people, even though they haven't been directly involved. Sometimes you got to take a step back from this stuff before making assumptions.
All right,
Otherwise, you might be led to a string of information that's impossible to confirm or deny, harassment, and who knows what other terrible things.
Word up. Yeah, great video. Concise, explained the entire situation very well. Thank you, Lowart. Go sub to Lowart. He needs my help. And if you could, please like and subscribe as well down below. I would appreciate that. It's very, thank you. But yeah, it's just, if you got any suggestions for any other videos, please put them in the comments. I'd be more than happy to look at them. So thank you very much for watching, and bye.